Thank you so much, Lars, and hello, everyone. It's really, really, really wonderful to be back, and especially on this auspicious day. And with the centre where I'm from, Lungri Tangpa Centre, Lama Zopa Rinpoche gave us really similar advice to you guys, you know, to do the Tara pujas. So Rinpoche's advice to us was to do the puja together regularly as a group. And so we, just like you have been doing, you know, we tried to put the advice into practice, which meant having to learn the Tara puja and do it regularly as a group. And Rinpoche's advice to us was to keep the merit going, to sustain the centre, and it really has, because coming together and doing this puja, it is a real party of a puja, and it does create energy and it creates harmony. And so how wonderful. All we have to do is follow the Guru's advice, and then it, you know, so far we've been in this building doing the Tara Puja now for 15 years, and Lungri Tangpa Centre is having its 40th anniversary this year. So, you know, it's also such an incredible way to make a connection with Rinpoche, because we just have to think of Rinpoche's smile. That's Tara's smile. Rinpoche is Tara. So this is how we can connect with Rinpoche on a very deep level, unhampered by just a mere human form, unhampered by distance and travel and translators and all that kind of thing. This is really connecting mind to mind. So we can set a special motivation for this puja, because, you know, this is to ensure the success and the harmony and the energy of the Lasam whole community and the centre. And so we can just take a moment to think, why do we even need a Dharma centre? And, you know, once we think about that, it becomes very apparent. It's the one thing we absolutely need out of everything. We need this kind of refuge, a place that we can go, people that we can connect with, and a place where we can find the path out of suffering. And all we have to do is look around in the world and just see the need just gets more and more, doesn't it? So thinking in our heart why we personally need a Dharma centre, and then thinking this Dharma centre, it's not just ours, is it? It's for everybody. And we've got to make sure that we can sustain it. And so that's why we're doing the Tara practice. And with great confidence, because, you know, so many of the great Buddhist masters in our tradition relied on Tara. Atisha relied on Tara. Lama Tsongkhapa relied on Tara. So, you know, we can too. So when we go through the puja, I have a screen share that has it's like a pop-up altar. And so you will need your own texts. And what we'll do is just a shorter amount of the praises, but we'll still do the 4 mandalas, because the 4 mandala puja. We've got to do 4 of them. But nevertheless, we can make the puja longer or shorter. So I thought we'd go through in a relaxed but respectful manner. And towards the end of the puja, I'd really like it if we can do group dedication. So I'll stop the screen share, and anyone who wants to make a personal dedication can do so. And if you don't quite know how to say it, I can, you know, help you. But it really, it's important that we can say these things. And then we have the whole energy of the group for the dedications. And then I also thought, well, it's such a wonderful puja. I'm just going to trot out all of the tunes, because we're a multinational group of people, and you're all multilingual. I'm not, shamefully. I wish I was. But then I thought, there's so many beautiful Tibetan tunes that we can use those tunes in the puja as well. So it becomes a very rich experience, as well as chanting in English when we can. So hope you're ready. Hope you've got all the bits and pieces. And so we'll start with on the Tara Puja, on that first page of the puja, page 5, and I will get up the screen share now. And in Australia, what we like to do is make an acknowledgement of country. So I'm going to do that because that's where I am here. But you can also think, wherever you are in the world, you're situated in a place And there's beings seen and unseen there. And for our Dharma practice to flourish, we've got to have harmony with the environment and have an environment that's conducive to realizations in our Dharma practice. So an acknowledgement of country, of the beings that we share this space with, this land with. And in Australia, it's the Jagera and Turrbal people who are the traditional custodians of this land. And so we pay respects to all elders past, present and emerging, and acknowledge the debt and seek to repay the kindness and to live harmoniously and offer the refuge of the Dharma. So to start the practice, before we take refuge, just settle your posture, settle your mind, and take the really big picture of the context, which is the Dharmakaya, the great spaciousness, the ultimate nature of reality. And think that out of that Dharmakaya, which is not separate from you, is your nature, there arises Shakyamuni Buddha and a great multitude of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas filling all of space. And shimmering out of that Dharmakaya, Shakyamuni Buddha and the entourage, arising, manifesting because we have a need, whose sole purpose is to help us sentient beings. And so I think that it's not just us at Lhasa Meditation Center, and it's not just, you know, us dotted around this incredible world, but are all sentient beings. And when we go for refuge, then we remember that it's not just refuge from strife and suffering, it's a Mahayana refuge. So it's refuge from the entire vicious cycle. And it's a refuge that we're taking on behalf of everybody. We're the designated refugees. We're doing this on behalf of those that have no respite and no ability to. So we can do this 3 times in English. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas. Go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to the pure Dharma. Go for refuge to the superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment. Go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas. Go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to the pure Dharma. Go for refuge to the superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment. Go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas. Go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to the pure Dharma. Go for refuge to the superior Sangha. And taking refuge and generating bodhicitta. So we can do this Tibetan twice and English once. O Sangye Chodan Sogi Chonam Chan Shu Padu Tani Kyab Sochi Da Gi Jil So Gi Peti Da Gi Trola Panjir Sangye Tropajo Sangye Jordan Sogi Chonapla Chancho Padu Dani Kyapsuji Tai Gi Jil So Gi Peti Da Gi Trola Panjir Sangye Tropajo I go for refuge until I am enlightened. to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And special bodhicitta. In particular, in order to benefit all my mother sentient beings quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I'm going to undertake the yoga of Venerable Aryatara. The four immeasurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from desire for friends and hatred for enemies. So making sure that your mind is infused with these four immeasurable thoughts, that we adjust our motivation so this becomes our primary motive, our reason for being here, including everybody, and with great confidence and conviction. The self-generation. So for those of you who've had the Cittamani Tara initiation, you do the self-generation. For those of you who've not had the appropriate initiation, that's okay, because everybody can be here as long as one person has the initiation. So I have, so it's okay. I can be the holder of that, and everybody else is like guests, which is really wonderful. And so instead of the self-generation, what you do is you release that tight clinging to a sense of I. You dissolve that idea of a separate I, an inherent I. And as you dissolve it, as you release that tight clinging, your wisdom realizing emptiness experiences great bliss, naturally joyful and blissful. And out of that wisdom, you arise as a body of light, and the light reminding you of the emptiness, and your body a manifestation of your virtues, of all of your good qualities, of all of your four immeasurable attitudes. Then Aryatara, who has spontaneously arisen in the space in front of you. If you haven't had the initiation, then of course Aryatara spontaneously arising in that space, then she blesses all the offerings on our behalf. So first, blessing the inner offering. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hom Om Sobhava Shuddha Savatama Sobhava Shuddha Om. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram sky, fire, from A transcendental wisdom skull cup vast and deep. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om 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 Om. Then blessing the outer offerings. So I have some outer offerings here on the altar, but not the proper Tara altar. We've got the proper Tara altar as a pop-up altar here on the screen. So blessing the outer offerings means that we dispel all of the negativities, the karmic vision that sees things as inherently existent. We dispel all of our doubts and neuroses, completely gone. Oh, Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hom Om Sobhava Shuddha Savadama Sobhava Shuddha Om. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from calm skull cup vessels appear. Inside these, from whom appear the offering substances, whose nature is emptiness, and who appear in their individual aspects. As the objects of enjoyment of the 6 senses, they give rise to special uncontaminated bliss. So think that it's not just these offerings, but actually it's skies of offerings. Om Agam Ahom, Om Pajam Ahom, Om Vajra Pupe Ahom, Om Vajra Dupe Ahom, Om Vajra Alakya Ahom, Om Vajra Gende Ahom, Om Vajra Nyude Ahom, Om Vajra Shabda Ahom. The visualization of the field of merit. In the space before me, on a lion throne, lotus and moon disk, sits Kadiravani Tara, who is inseparable from my root lama. Above her are Venerable Atisha and the other lineage lamas, and she is surrounded by the 21 Taras and so forth, the Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, hearers, self-realizers, and oath-bound protectors. So when we recite the homage, then think it's like stadium seating. It's like an enormous football game, and everybody is singing these praises, but not just humans, all the animals, all the insects, all the gods, all the titans filling all the space, all sentient beings reciting this homage, and recognizing that Arya Tara is our root guru. This is who our guru is really, is Tara. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are in the nature of Vajrahoda, the very root of the three rare and sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are in the nature of Vajrahoda, the very root of the three rare and sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are in the nature of Vajrahoda, the very root of the three rare and sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. And then think that you offer a great rainfall of flowers, that you offer flowers to all of the objects of refuge, and that flowers fall down from the sky all around you as a manifestation of your own virtues. In the offerings to the field of merit, so this one, we'll recite this first verse just once through. So instead of hosts of oceans of drinking water, we'll just say hosts of oceans of offerings. This is a special verse that Lama Zopa Rinpoche has added. And so this first lot of offerings we're making to Shakyamuni Buddha, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and Arya Tara, and all the Taras and everybody. a host of oceans of offerings from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances of the conquerors. I offer with an ocean of faith to the conquerors and their retinues, who have oceans of qualities. Please accept it. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Agam Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Pajam Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Pupe Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Duape Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Aloke Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Gyante Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Nyate Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Shabda Pratitsa Om Swaha. Om Sava Tathagata Saparivara Om Ahum. The 7 limbs in Tibetan, then English. Oi gyalwa se chen ham la cha sa lo no shan yi chu cha pa ma lu to me ne sai di to time she shai ge pai ge wa Nam la che yua, o wa ma tong pai tu le june, tro la che ki ko lo ko wa dang, dai zhen ye nan chan shui chen po. I prostrate to all the victorious ones and their children. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. We have our first mandala of the 4 mandalas of the Tara Puja. So for those of you that have your mandala offering, then if you're on a chair, it's good to have a basin as an artificial lap. And then I'll do the mandala on behalf of everybody, but if you have a mandala, it's really good to get it out and do it. And don't worry, because there are 4 mandalas, so one of them is going to work, right? So the what I might do is just the first one in English for you, so we can go step by step. With your mandala set, remember, take out the middle ring. So you just got the large one and the small one, because this is the 23 heat mandala for Tara Puja. So a few grains in the left hand, purifying all of the stains, the negativities and the suffering of sentient beings. Then let us offer a Buddha field. Om, Vajra ground, Ahom, mighty golden ground. Om, Vajra fence, Ahom. Outside is encircled by a wall of iron mountains. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent, Vijaya, tall body land. The southern, Jandavipa, rose apple land. The western, Godinya, cattle gift land. The northern, Kuru. The eastern minor continents, Deha and Vijaya. The southern Chamara and Uppara Chamara, Chariland and western Chariland. The western Satha and Uttara Mantran, lands of the deceitful and skilled in mantra. And the northern Kuru and Kurava. In the east, the precious elephant. In the south, the precious housekeeper. In the west, the precious horse. In the north, the precious queen. In the southeast, the precious general. In the southwest, the precious wheel. In the northwest, the precious jewel. In the northeast, the great treasure vase. Top ring. In the east, the sun. In the west, the moon. My own and others, body, speech, mind, wealth, and virtues of the three times. This pure precious mandala and a mass of Samanta Bhadra offerings. I mentally take an offer to my Guru Yidam and the three precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. So now we have our entire world system, universe is filled, made of light to remember emptiness. Then we offer with the short mandala, and we can do the requesting tune. Oh, Sajil Poikim, Chushin Metotram, Rira, Linshin Yide, Kyampadi, Sangyeshindu, Mite Owayi, Trokun, Nandajila, Chapasho. Then the heartfelt request. So imagine that we are personally, we're clinging to Tara's toes, we're begging Tara to please help. So this particular verse on the top of page 14, the special request is to beg Tara to look after the health and long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Chen rezi quantenzin gyatso isha pesite padu tangyoji idang guru rana mandala kamniyasayam. So I think your mandala is very joyously accepted by Aryatara and her retinue, taking refuge and generating bodhicitta. Sangye charan sogye chonam la chanchu patu tani kyapsu chi tagi jinso kyapeti dagi trola penche sangye tropa sho sangye charan sogye chonam la chanchu patu tani kyapsu chi Dagi jinsoi kiepe di dagi trola penche sangye dropa shor. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So we'll have the prayer for the donor, which is an optional one. But when we do the prayer for the donor, so if you ever want to sponsor a Tara Puja, this is the place. Or if you have as a center, when you do Tara Puja, then you have the whole center as the donor. But I wanted to tell you a little story, because since we're having a special puja today, about a couple of stories about how when you request Tara, she really helps. So my first story is how Tara got me a taxi. I'm not sure if I've already told you this story, but Tara got me a taxi when I was in dire straits, and I was actually due to lead a course, Demystifying Tibetan Buddhism, a Tibetan Buddhist ritual. And I was supposed to lead it starting at 9 a.m. the next morning. And the night before, my dearest friend Pearlie had this amazing singing gig. So we went out to the gig, and I wasn't going to leave early. I was going to stay right to the end. So other people left early, and I thought, no, I can do it. I can lead a class on no sleep. That's okay. And the gig was fantastic. I didn't drink anything. Time to go home. I got outside and I'd forgotten, but it was Halloween and there was no taxis to be found, and the whole place was just full of drunken, raucous people. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get home? And so I thought, well, there's no buses, there's no trains, there's no taxis. I'll just have to walk. It's going to take me about 2 hours and 3/4 to walk, and I have high heels on, but I don't care. I have to get home to lead the course. Anyway, so I started stumbling around, and I got completely lost in the side streets. I had no idea where I was going. I'm like, oh, Tara, you have to help me. Not for me. Like, you know, I can suck it up. This is my own doing. That's okay. But the poor students, I have to get home by 9 o'clock in the morning at the latest, you know. And suddenly I came to the end of the road where I've been stumbling around, and not even any street lights. And it was a T intersection on a main road. And I looked down one side, and there was this taxi rank with all these drunk people down one end of the taxi rank, all war and no taxis. And I looked down that side, another taxi rank on the other side of the road, no taxis, a huge long queue. And I kind of come out in the middle, and I'm like, oh no, this is really dangerous. And out of nowhere, a taxi came down the street and pulled up right in front of me with a lady driver, and someone was just paying to get out, because that's where they wanted to get out. And so I just stood there nice and calmly, demonstrating that I wasn't drunk, and said, oh, are you free? And she said, yes, of course, dear. And, you know, just waiting to the lady. So she got out. So I'm waiting very patiently. And meanwhile, the people at this taxi rank are going, rah, 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 how dare you steal our taxi? And the ones at this taxi rank are running down the road going, oh, that's our taxi, that's our taxi. And the lady got out of the passenger got out of the taxi, left the door open. I got into the taxi, closed the door, and the taxi driver went zoom, and off she went. Where do you want to go, dear? Oh, so really, you just have to ask Tara. You just have to really ask from the heart, no strings attached, no egotism, no pity me, no nothing, just a cry from the heart to help for the benefit of sentient beings. And Tara will even get you a taxi, and she will certainly help you in your center, absolutely. So when we make a prayer for the donor, when we make a request, we've got to do it like that from the heart, you know. Please, Arya Tara, please help us. And remember, Rinpoche is Tara, and he's going to help us in whatever way that he can, including by focusing our energy like this. So let's do our request to Tara. So where it says insert name here, we say the whole Lasam community. Perfect, exalted Mother Liberator, assembly of deities with the entourage of the perfect exalted Mother Liberator, whose essence encompasses all three objects of refuge. Please grant blessings for this benefactor, the entire Lasam community, to immediately be liberated from spirit harm, obstacles, and the danger of untimely death, and to generate instantly the unification of emptiness and compassion, and achieve the immortal life realization. And think that Tara happily accepts. The prayer for the desired goal. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. We begin the first round with the homage. Again, thinking it's not just us, but we are all connected by this beautiful net of light around the world, and all the sentient beings are with us, all spontaneously lifting up their voices and turning their hearts to Aryatara and all of her qualities. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. And think again, a great rainfall of flowers falls down around you, and all the objects of refuge, you offer all of these flowers, a manifestation of your own virtues, past, present, and future. Then the offerings to Aryatara and the 21 Taras. Arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of offerings which have unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious mother liberators. Please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Aryatara Saparivara Agam Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Pajam Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Pupe Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Dupe Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Alakea Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Gyande Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Nyuadea Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Shabda Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Aryatara Saparivara Om Ahum. 7 limbs in English. To Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. The long mandala of the 23 heaps. Vajra Bhumi Aham, Wen Segi Sajil, On Vajra Rikia Ahon, Chari Koyoki Kowe Usul, Rigyapo Rirab, Shalo Papo, Lord Zampolin, Noy Balanchoy, Chandra Minyan, Lidan Lipan, Nayab Jan, Yodan Dan Lan Jodro, Draminyen Dan, Draminyen Gita, Shadu Lampo Rinpoche, Lokinda Rinpoche, Nututa Rinpoche, Jandur Tumur Rinpoche, Shalom Apo Rinpoche, Lunutu Kolor Rinpoche, Nujandu Nombu Rinpoche, Jansha Dute Chepoye Pompa, Nangi Shadu Niyama, Nutu Edawa, Tajen Luna Yisun, Moncho Dusun Getsoche, Rinchen Mandala Zanko, Kunzan Chope Sochepa, Lo Yilane Lama Idam Kuncho Sun Labu, Tuje Wangi Jene Dala Shingila Tu So. The short mandala was a Gil Hoki, Joshim Meto, Tram Rirab Linji, Nide Gempadi, Sange Shindo, Mite oa yidroi kunanda shila chopai sho. The heartfelt request, clinging to Tara's toes. Tony ni jesun do jope. Lanche che salzer, lanche tendrogon, chana pe motenzin yatsor, la so whatever so, che don lon roisho. Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kamniyatayami. Refuge in Bodhicitta. Sangye Chadan Sogye Chana Lai Chanchui Padui Tanyi Kapsui Chi Tagi Chinsoi Kyepe Titagi Drolai Penche Sangye Dropa Shoi Sangye Chadan Sogye Chana Lai Chanchui Padui Tanyi Kapsui Chi Tagi Jinso Gyepe Titagi Drola Penche Sangye Dropa Shor. I go for refuge until I am enlightened. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, by my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. The prayer. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. So we recite the praises through twice, and as we do, then light and nectar flows from Arya Tara and each of the 21 Taras as we recite each of their verses, perfectly helping sentient beings in all the different ways that they need help and protection from outer harms and inner harms. And really feel that as the light flows to all those people, those individuals, those beings in all the realms, see them completely purified, relieved of their suffering and all of its causes. See them transform in your mind's eye. Om, I prostrate to the noble, transcendent liberator. Homage, Tara, swift, heroic, eyes like lightning, instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of three worlds, dear-born lotus. Homage, she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as 1,000-star collection. Homage, golden blue on lotus, water-born in hand adorned, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere. Homage, crown of Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection. Homage, filling with tutare, whom desire, direction, and space, trampling with her feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage, worshipped by the all lords, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Maru, honored by the host of spirits, false raisers, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with her tret and pair sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage, Shuri, very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart, her fingers, adorn her with three-jewel mudra, light red masses all excited, all directions wills adorn her. Homage, she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage, she able to summon earth guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her horn sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage, crown adorned with present, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage, she mid wreath ablaze like, eon ending fire abiding, righteous left bench joy surrounds you, truths of enemies destroying. Homage, she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with the letter home, the seven levels she does conquer. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage, she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, freeze with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage, Shuri, we see letter, other shapeless syllable home, by foot stamping shakes the three worlds, Mira, Mandra, and Binja. Homage, holding in her hand the Hema Deva lake form, with twice spoken Tara and Pe, totally dispelling poison. Homage, she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage, she whose two eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage, full of liberating, power by the set of three natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise corpses supreme Ture. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. Back to page 21. As we're reciting, of course, wherever you look, there is Tara. Tara is there. Each sentient being has a Tara right there for them, putting out their hands to help them out of whatever situation that they're in. They're already there. Om, I prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage, Tara, swift, heroic, eyes outlining instantaneous, sprung for opening stamens of the Lord of three worlds, dear-born lotus. Homage, she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as 1,000-star collection. Homage, golden blue on lotus, water-born in hand adorned, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere. Homage, Prana Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection. Homage, filling with tutare, whom desire, direction, and space, trampling with their feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage, worship by the all lords, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Maru, honored by the host of spirits, false raisers, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with her tret and pair sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage, Shuri, very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart, her fingers, adorn her with three-jewel mudra, light masses all excited, all directions wills adorn her. Homage, she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage, she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage, crown adorned with present, moon ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage, she bid wreath ablaze like, eon ending fire abiding, right to left bench joy surrounds you, truths of enemies destroying. Homage, she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with a letter home, the seven levels she does conquer. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful. She is filled as peace, nirvana. She endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage, she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder. Freeze with hum and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage, Shuri with seed letter of the shape of syllable. Home, by foot stamping, shades of 3 worlds, Miramandra and Binja. Homage, holding in her hand the Hemangwina Deva lake form with twice spoken Tara and Pei, totally dispelling poison. Homage, she whom gods and their kings and the kinneras do honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage, she is 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With twice Hara and 2 Tare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage, full of liberating, proud by their set of 3 natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise paul to supreme Ture. These praises with the rude mantras and prostrations, thus are 21. Then with your head at Tara's feet, making the following request. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. The prayer for the donor. Perfect exalted Mother Liberator, assemblies of deities with the entourage of the perfect exalted Mother Liberator, whose essence encompasses all 3 objects of refuge, please grant blessings for this benefactor, the entire Lasam community, to immediately be liberated from spirit harm, obstacles, and the danger of untimely death, and to generate instantly the unification of emptiness and compassion and achieve the immortal life realization. And think that Tara happily accepts. Beginning the second round with the homage. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Offering flowers to all the holy objects. And then presenting the offerings to Arya Tara and her retinue. So think skies of offerings. You can actually think that from Arya Tara's heart, offering goddesses arise and they pick up all of the offerings that are actually arranged where you are and also in your imagination. And on your behalf, these offering goddesses fly around to Arya Tara and the 21 Taras, making the offerings. To the Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, these offerings which appear but don't have nature, is offered with a mind understanding the offering to be the inseparability of appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness in the nature of great bliss. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Agam Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Pajam Pratitsahon Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Pupe Pratitsahon Swaha.
Om Arya Tara Saparivara Dupe Pratitsa Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Alake Pratitsa Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Kante Pratitsa Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Nyude Pratitsa Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Shabda Pratitsa Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Om. The seven limbs. To Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Once more, offering the long mandala. So when we're offering the mandala, remember that this is putting all the resources, all of the things, the existing things and offerings, all of the resources of our energy, all of our skills and talents, all of our inspiration, offering them to Aryatara, meaning that we're putting them at the service of all sentient beings. We're putting all our resources for the service of others in the very best possible way. So think not just one world, but countless worlds, and fill them up with medicines and vaccines and perfect Dharma king politicians and machinery that doesn't have any pollution, and everything that you can think of, as well as the things that are symbolically offered in the mandala. Shinkang Puagiwa on Vajra Bumia Ahon, when Chen Segi Saji, on Vajra Rekia Ahon, Chia Chari Koyo Kikowe Usu, Rikiapo Rirab, Shalo Papo, Lord Zampolin, No Balancho, John Draminyan. Ludan Lupan, Nayab Dan, Nayab Jan, Yodan Dan Lan Jodro, Draminyan Dan, Draminyan Gita, Shadu Lampo Rinpoche, Lokinda Rinpoche, Nututa Rinpoche, Jandu Tsumor Rinpoche, Shalom Apo Rinpoche, Lonutu Kolor Rinpoche, Nujandu Nobu Rinpoche, Jansha Dute Chepoye Bomba, Nanki Shadu Nima, Nutue Dawa, Dajen Luna Yisun, Honsho Dusun, Getsoche, Rinchen Mandala Zampo, Kunzan Chope Sochepa, Loye Lane Lama, Yidam Kunsho Sun Labu, Tuje Wangi Jene Dala Jingilap Tu So. Sai Shi Poi Ki, Joy Shi Meto, Tram Ria Ra Blin Ji, Ni De Kien Pai Di, Sang Ye Jindu, Mi Te O Wa, Yi Troi Ku Nam Da, Shin La Choi Pai Sho. The special request we can do in English, again thinking we're begging Tara from the depths of our heart. O holy and perfect pure Lama, from the clouds of compassion that form in the skies of your Dharmakaya wisdom, please release a rain of vast and profound Dharma precisely in accordance with the needs of those to be trained. Yidam Guru Rana Mandala Kamniyataya.
think your mandala is most joyously received. Refuge and bodhicitta. Sangye charan sogye chona chanchur padu tanyi kapsu chi tagi jinso kyepe di tagi trola penche sangye tropa shor sangye charan sogye chona chanchur padu tanyi kapsu chi tagi jinso kyepe di tagi trola penche sangye tropa shor. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly by my practice of giving and other perfections. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. The prayer: let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. So now we recite the praises through 3 times, and again, the same feeling of the light and the nectar just flowing through you like a continuous waterfall of blissful nectar that purifies you and simultaneously all sentient beings, of all sufferings, of all negativities and afflictions, of all fears, and all of their causes. They're completely washed away. Just this blissful rainfall of nectar and light. Just as you experience, then all the sentient beings, wherever they are, also experience. And as we recite through, then it does get faster just naturally. So just relax into it, and just at least if you just say the first line of each verse, that's okay. The thing is to relax rather than get tighter, because what we're doing is we're building the energy. I prostrate to the noble, transcendent liberator. Homage, Sarah, swift, heroic, eyes are lightning, instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of 3 worlds, deep-born lotus. Homage, she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as 1,000 collection. Homage, golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, hersia. Homage, crown of Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection. Homage, filling with Tutare, whom desire, direction, and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage, worshipped by the all-lords, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Maru, honored by the host of spirits, false raisers, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with her tret and pair sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage, Shuri, very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who was slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart, her fingers, adorn her with spiritual mudra, light ray masses all excited, all directions wills adorn her. Homage, she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage, she able to summon all its guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage, crown adorned with presents, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hand, not sending out much light eternal. Homage, she mid wreath ablaze like eon ending fire abiding, brightly lit and joy surrounds you, truths of enemies destroying. Homage, she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scaling with a little home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is purely peace nirvana, she endowed with almond soul heart, destroyer of the great evil. Homage, she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, frees with hum and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage, Shuri with seed letter, of the shape of syllable home, 5 foot stamping shapes of 3 worlds, Mira, Mandra, and Binja.
Homage holding in her hand the Hemangwina Deva lake form with twice spoken Tara and Pei, totally dispelling poison. Homage Shim, gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras do honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels prejudice and conflicts. Homage she is twice bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, power by the set of three natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise corpses of supreme Ture. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations are 21.
Back to page 33.
I prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes outlining instantaneous, sprung foot opening statements of the Lord of Three Worlds, stillborn lotus. Homage she space combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, waterborne in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere. Homage crown at Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with their feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the all lords, Shakra, Agni, Brahma, Maru, honored by the host of spirits, false praises, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with a tret and pair sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage very, very dreadful, destroyer Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart, her fingers, adorn her with three-jaw mudra, Larimes is all excited, all directions wills adorn her. Homage she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home signs, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair, not sending out much light eternal. Homage she wreath ablaze like eonating fire abiding, bright her lip and joy surrounds you, truths of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her palm, with her foot beats it, scaling with the letter home, the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is filled as peace nirvana, she endowed with almost Soha, destroyer the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, frees with human knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage true with seed letter of the shape of syllable, home by for stamping shapes of three worlds, Maramandra and Vinja. Homage holding in her hand the Hemangwina Deva lake form with twice spoken Tara and Pei, totally dispelling poison. Homage she and gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels boundaries and conflicts. Homage she is two eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, power by the set of three natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise cultures supreme Ture. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations thus at 21. Page 33. I prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes outlining instantaneous, sprung foot opening statements of the Lord of Three Worlds, stillborn lotus. Homage she space combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with thy rays resplendent as a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, waterborne in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere. Homage crown at Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors' children, having reached perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with their feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the all lords, Shakra, Agni, Brahma, Maru, honored by the host of spirits, false praises, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with a tret and pair sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage very, very dreadful, destroyer Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart, her fingers, adorn her with three-jaw mudra, Larimes is all excited, all directions wills adorn her. Homage she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair, not sending out much light eternal. Homage she wreath ablaze like eonating fire abiding, right her lip and joy surrounds you, truths of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her palm, with her foot beats it, scaling with the letter home, the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is filled as peace nirvana, she endowed with almost Soha, destroyer the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, frees with human knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage true with seed letter of the shape of syllable horn, by foot stamping shakes the three worlds, Mirror Mandra and Binja. Homage holding in her hand the Hema when a devil lake form, with twice spoken Tara and K, totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the kinnerers do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage she whose stars bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and two Tare, she themselves to be a contagion. Homage full of liberating power by the set of three natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise blobs of supreme terrain. These praises with the rude mantras and prostrations, thus are 21. The request. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Beginning the third round with the homage. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Offering flowers to all the holy objects, a representation, a spontaneous manifestation of all your virtues. The offerings, the special offering verse on the top of page 40. From the nature, the existence sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya. The illusory transformed goddess, the female making offerings. I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Agam Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Pajam Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Pupaya Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Dupaya Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Alakaya Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Kyante Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Nyate Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Shabda Pratitsa Swaha. Om Harya Tara Saparivara Om. The seven limbs. To Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Offering a long mandala. Jing Gang Boi Kiu Wo On Vajra Bumi Ahon Wen Chen Se Gi Sa Ji On Vajra Riki Ahon Chi Cha Ri Ko Yo Ki Ko We Usu Ri Kiao Po Ri Rab Sha Lo Pa Po Lo Zang Po Lin No Pa Lan Choi Chan Tra Min Yen Lidan Lipan, Nayab Dan, Nayab Shan, Yodan Dan Lan Chotro, Dramin Yin Dan, Dramin Yin Kita, Shadu Lampo Rinpoche, Lokinda Rinpoche, Nututa Rinpoche, Jandu Tsumoy Rinpoche, Shalom Apo Rinpoche, Lunutu Kolor Rinpoche, Nujandu Nobu Rinpoche, Jansha Du Te Che Poye Bomba, Nangi Shadu Nyema, Nutu Dawa, Dajen Luna Yisun, Moncho Dusun Getsoche, Rinchen Mandala Zampo, Kunzan Chope Soche Pa, Lo Yilane Lama, Yidam Kucha Sun Labu, Tushe Wangi Jene Dala Jingil up to so. The short mandala on the top of page 42. So we can do this with the Thanksgiving tune. Boy Sajir Boy Ki Chushim Meto Tram Rira Blinjir Ni Tegem Padir Sangye Jindur Mite Uwai Shokonam Dajin Lai Shopashur. The heartfelt request in English. Please bless myself and others to accomplish all of our purposes in accordance with the Dharma, just as we wish, and to pacify immediately the group of hindrances, such as sicknesses, harm by spirits, and other obstacles. Yidam Guru Rana Mandala Kamni Atayami. Refuge and Bodhicitta. Sangye Charan Sogye Chanamla Chanchu Padu Dani Kapsui Chi Dagi Jinsoi Gipedi Dagi Trola Panje Sangye Dropa Shoi Sangye Charan Sogye Chanamla Chanchu Padu Dani Kapsui Chi Dagi Jinsoi Kipedi Dagi Trola Panje Sangye Dropa Shor. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Okay, so now we can take a little pause here. What we'll do is normally we'd have our tea offering here, and then we'll do group dedication. So if you have a cup of tea or a beautiful sparkling glass of water or a juice or a little protein drink, I like to offer protein drinks at Tara Puja. I think it's called Up and Go, right? So it's very much like Tara. So some kind of beverage to offer. So we'll do that. I have the screen share that has the prayer for that because it's not included in the puja.
So I'll put that up in a moment. So we'll do our offering, and I have on the altar, I've got a cup and an up and go for His Holiness and for Lama Zopa Rinpoche as well. So we're sharing tea with the gurus. And then we can have our group dedication. So there's many ways that we can do this. If you're too shy to say anything, then type it into the chat. And then either me or Tara, maybe Tara, can read out the dedications. Then if you want to say your dedication, which is also really, really nice, that you can put the Zoom onto the gallery view and you can just actually wave or virtually wave with the icon, and you can unmute and actually say the dedication. And then hopefully Lars is there, and Lars can gather together the Lasam Tibetan Buddhist Meditation Center dedications. And if not, you better get writing now, Lars. It is perfectly okay to actually come prepared with your own dedications. It's kind of, the bigger the group, the shorter you have to make them, so like dot points. So text message, not email, but text message size. But it is really nice to be able to mention. So for instance, anyone who's died in the last 49 days, to say their name, will make prayers for them. Anyone who you know that's currently undergoing difficulties, if you want to say their names, then also dedicating for whatever special projects that you have, Dharma aspirations, various things for the world and what we see in the news. And what we try and do is make the dedications from a Dharma point of view. So I like to spend a little bit of time on this so that we can finesse them. We start off with one, but then we can just frame it slightly differently from a Dharma point of view to make them really powerful dedications. Anyway, so that's given you a bit of an idea. You can type whatever you like into the chat if you want to, but I will get up the screen share to offer our beautiful beverage. So blessing the offering, whatever it is that we have, we imagine a white Om, a red Ah, and a blue Hum made of light that absorb into the drink. And this transforms it from an ordinary drink into an ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. And that's what we offer. Om Ah Om, Om Ah Om, Om Ah Om. Lama Sangye Lama Chödejin Lama Gedon Te Kongi Jeko Lama Yin Lama Namla Chepabo. The Supreme Teacher, the precious Buddha, the Supreme Refuge, the precious Dharma, the Supreme Guides, the precious Sangha, to the three rare sublime ones, the objects of refuge, I make this offering. May we and those around us in all our lives never be separated from the three rare sublime ones, continuously make offerings to the three rare sublime ones, and receive the blessings of the three rare sublime ones. So think Aryatara, our guru, all the entourage happily accept our ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. And then we can also enjoy a cup of tea with them. So now, shall we have the Lasam Tibetan Meditation Center, Lars? Would you like to kick off with the dedications?
Right. Do you wish me to read it out aloud?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Right. Let me just have my glasses. And today's practice and puja will be dedicated to Anda and Albert Kuring-Brada. May they study without stress. May they meet the Dharma soon and be healthy. To Finn Lang, may Finn be in a good place and have happiness. To Jenny Pittman, may she be reunited with her daughter in the family home and have peace of mind. To Itzley Bobala, may she have a most auspicious rebirth. To Satu Anika Makonan, thank you for all the good things you have done and lots of healing. To Aki Pavianen, thank you for all the good things you have done, blessings and healing for you and your loved one. To Majo Petrisco, thank you for your precious lessons and blessings and healings. To Suvi Sakila, healings and blessings to come to meet the Venerable Rowena Curtin, blessings and healing paths wherever it may be. To Karkinen Angelic Kaspinen, a lot of healing for Angelic. To Hannah Kaiser Toikanen, it is really unexpected how you whom are born in music industrial circumstances change the world, care of work fields, if it is most amazing blessings and healings. To Tero, Ternally, Rako, engagement over, wherever might you be, we all do want healing to come your path. To Matthew Smith, who has schizophrenia and is struggling with the symptoms, please pray that he may fully recover and find relief from his sufferings. To Riti Inkeri Kakinen, may your economic struggle find a correct root and heal for once and for good. To Mika Toikanen, may your life's difficulties and mental health issues be healing. To Doris Pasadi, may her physical and mental health improve. May her memory get better, may she be free from suffering. To Sirpa Anneli Kakinen, may the self-betrayal be healed. May Sipra's mental ill health be revealed. To John Highfield, may his Alzheimer's stabilize and may not cause him too much suffering. To Sepp
Not cause him any suffering. May not cause him any suffering. May the suffering be immediately dispelled.
Yeah. To Sepp Hurleman, may Sepp have a smooth transition to next rebirth and meet the Mahayana teachings and a perfect guru teacher and be of help to countless sentient beings. May he reach enlightenment very quickly. To Lajos Molnar, may Lajos have a smooth transition to the next rebirth and meet the Mahayana teachings and a perfect human rebirth. To Howard Fallon, may there be peace, joy, and patience in Howard's mind and life. To Howard Fallon, may there be peace, joy, and patience. May Shane's pregnancy have no obstacles, and may her baby have health, long life, and meet the spiritual path. To Venerable Sutri.
And also, Lars, I'll jump in. So whenever anyone's having a baby, then we must pray. May it not just be an ordinary human life, but may it be a perfect human rebirth, and may they meet the Dharma and embrace the Dharma and become enlightened in that lifetime. So that's the babies.
Yeah, sure. To Venerable Sutri, may her travels be safe and may her retreat be most beneficial. To Paula Hutanen, wishing you very, very genuine health and healing in illness. To Silke Rother, may she quickly recover from her injuries. To Christine Klinger Luthi, may she recover from COVID quickly and does not have any post-COVID syndrome. To Natalie Fleury, may Natalie recover fast and fully from COVID. To Stella Ko, may Stella have a perfect human rebirth or to be reborn in Pure Lands. To Johanna Lochta, may she pass swiftly through Bardo and find a precious human rebirth or be reborn in a Pure Land. To Venerable René Fersi, may his hip fully heal and may cause no more pain, and may his tinnitus be completely healed immediately. To Talia Lin, may Talia have a swift recovery from COVID-19 and have no lasting effects. May she see this as a part of her purification. To Terry Evelina Kekkonen, may there be healing for herself, prior healing there for others. To Aranka Demita and Lakshmi Bhagatyan, may they have a most fortunate rebirth, meet the Dharma, and swiftly realize the past. To Anastasia Futo, may she be without stress, find contentment in her lives, and may she become pregnant again and give birth to a healthy baby who will get a precious human rebirth. To Aniko Tamashki, may she be cured from dizziness and faintness and gain her stability back. To Undine Kurting, may my friend Undine, who's a Buddhist practitioner, find relief while the process of dying and get a precious human rebirth. To Gabriella Shurgai, may Gabriella's problems in her brain be cured and may she be peaceful and content. To Jeff and Nina Highfield, may they be able to perfectly fulfill their guru's advice. To Andrea Brada, may the stress be reduced, may the filament issues be resolved, and may she be able to study and practice the Dharma without difficulties. It's a long list. To Tuten Yinggung, may he excel in school, may his father find a good and perfect job, may they have enough money to support the family. To Jakub Skriplek, may he fully recover and have no disability, may he walk with stability. To Philip Skriplek, may his heart develop correctly and may he live a healthy and long life. To all the world leaders, may they have wisdom and compassion to lead this world to a better future. To His Holiness the Dalai Lama, to Lapa Sopa Rinpoche and all of our teachers, may they have a long and healthy lives and have no obstacles and all their Dharma wishes be fulfilled instantly. To all the volunteers of Laksam Tibetan Meditation Study Group, may they receive oceans of merit for the work to share the Dharma with others, and may they achieve strong realizations on the Lamrim path quickly. May they have no obstacles of whatsoever. To the Laksam Study Group, may the group ever grow stronger and more stable and bring endless benefit to all sentient beings. May we have harmony and happy minds, and may we be able to stick with the Dharma and progress on the spiritual path. To the FPMT and all FPMT centers, projects and study groups, especially the ones in Switzerland, may they enjoy harmony and stability, and may they benefit countless sentient beings. And all the people suffering due to the war in Ukraine, may the war in Ukraine stop right now, and may all suffering caused by it be pacified immediately. May anger, hatred, and fear turn into love, compassion, and wisdom in the hearts of all people involved in this conflict, especially the country and military leaders and all the soldiers. That was the list. Thank you.
We have a
Thank
few
you,
more.
Lars. Did you have any personal dedications you want to make, or anyone also in the room there with you?
Do we have something? Or I will dedicate to my son David, who is struggling with his coming exams and other personal issues.
We have
I would like to dedicate to Michelle Stockwell. May she find health and be happy, have no mental problems. And Anna Kinstoppel, her son, may he do well in school and be happy and healthy.
Thank you.
We have some dedications in the Zoom box. Did you want me to read them, or it looks like
I'll go
Ariella
ahead and
would
read
like
mine.
to say hers.
I
She'd
would like
to say hers.
Yep,
I would
Ariella,
like
go for it.
Thank you. I would like to dedicate to my mother, to my friend Einat, which is fighting cancer, and to my beautiful Rafaela and all sentient beings. Thank you.
Would
Anyone?
else? Sorry.
Katharina, yeah.
Yes, thank you. I would like to dedicate to my friend Katrin and her father Uli, who's had a heart attack. May he stabilize his health and recover very quickly. And to my friend Jeanette, may she find the Dharma and stabilize her, or find peace in her mind. And to all the Laksam community, especially Nina and Jeff, and Lars and Tara, thank you very much. And to the whole group and all sentient beings, may all sentient beings be free from suffering and have bliss. Thank you very much.
Would anybody else like to say theirs? It's really nice that you know, don't be apologetic about the long list, Lars. I think it's important that everybody on the list, you know, it's important to them that their name is said, and it's important that we hear and we connect with everyone like that, because just saying the name brings the person to mind, and dedicating as a group, like it is really special. So yeah, it's really important. Anyway, so Tara, then you've got some that you can read from the chat for us.
Yes, from Diana. I dedicate today's merit to all beings who are currently suffering, and especially to those who are actively causing suffering. I wish them swift enlightenment so they can reverse their actions. Very kind. Then we have from Haley to Joanne Kirchhoff, Bridget Wilson, my husband and son, my family and friends.
And we have from Rosalind, I would like to dedicate to Bina, Allison, Lisa, Louise, and Carol, who are all undergoing so much suffering. May they receive peace and healing. May Maureen's memory improve so she suffers less, not at all. And for all sentient beings, may they feel peace and come close to the Dharma. And from Gil, may my sister be free of her mental and circumstantial suffering, and may she find peace and joy in life once more. And I think, did I get everyone? Yes.
And then Tara, do you have a dedication as well?
I have a dedication, yes, to the Logsan Center. Blessings for our future. And I bless everybody. Thank you.
Fantastic. Yes, so and I'd like to dedicate for all of you at the Lasam Center, and that by us connecting like this, may we be able to be just like Tara, you know, may we be able to be just like the 21 Taras and bring everyone to enlightenment by the strength of our connection. Lars, you've got some more dedications?
Yeah, Miriam has changed her mind.
Well, I'd like to dedicate my practice to the merit of my son for his new beginnings, and that he's met the Dharma, but that he connects with the Dharma. And I'd like to dedicate my practice to the merit of the center and to new beginnings. And may I find a place in Zurich so that I can be beneficial to the center and all those who come in contact with the center and the Dharma. Thank you.
Yeah. Fantastic. And yeah, so when you dedicate to find a house, then or a place to stay, then kind of pray that as you find a place to stay, may you enter into Tara's mandala, and may you make that house like Tara's mandala. You know, a place of refuge and safety. The other thing, of course, that we have to dedicate for the great success and the ongoing energy and harmony of the Lasam Meditation Center, and then for the world, so the complete cessation of COVID and all other epidemic diseases, and the cessation of the inner epidemic of the afflictive states of mind, and that everybody can get all the medicines and the help that they need immediately whenever they need the help. Then also please dedicating for the complete cessation of all conflicts, whether it's between individuals or whether it's between countries, that both the victims and the aggressors be able to find peace and be able to release all of the negativity, and may this swiftly come about, and may everybody who needs help have help, including may everybody have safe passage to safety, both externally to an external refuge, but also internally. And then we must also dedicate for the planet, for the healing of the elements, the pacification of the harm done to the elements through pollution and climate change. It's so imperative that we protect this planet, which is the support for our perfect human rebirth. So may Tara help all the younger generation like Greta Thunberg and everybody like her. May we be able to support them so that we can make immediate changes and help to the planet. And may that all come to fruition quickly. So now, with all of our dedications and our heartfelt requests, then we've no doubt also got some that are still left in our heart, and maybe if you've been too shy to say or didn't know how to say, that's okay. Tara can hear what's in your heart. So you can think that those prayers and dedications are there as well. And so now we're back on page 43 of the Puja text for the visualization, and we'll do the abbreviated praises, which are on the bottom of page 43 there. So it is perfectly permissible that if you don't have time to do the big long praises, 7 times. You can do this short version 7 times. And so this time, the visualization, which we'll say in a moment, then we think that after all of our gathering together, our merit, our good-heartedness, our dedications, making lots and lots of offerings, then we've created enough merit. And so now Aryatara, the light and nectar flow from Aryatara as golden, filling you with all of her qualities, all of her strengths, her inspiration. And that as we recite, then we can think that an emanation of each Tara absorbs into us and the sentient beings, and we're blessed by each one. And that wherever sentient beings are, there are Taras everywhere. Everywhere in your house, wherever you look, it's packed full. You walk into the kitchen and there's like 3 or 4 Taras in there. There's like the bedrooms full. There's just no room. There's Taras everywhere. In every single hospital, at the foot of every single bed, leading every single refugee to safety, carrying every single boat across the ocean, all the aeroplanes to safety, everywhere are Taras. And the visualization, let's read this together. From her exalted body, a stream of nectar flows and enters the crown of the beneficiary and myself, completely filling our bodies and granting all blessings. Oh, I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, Savioress, heroine, with to Tare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound so high I bow. All I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, Savioress, heroine, with to Tare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound so high I bow. All I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, Savioress, heroine, with to Tare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound so high I bow. All I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, Savioress, heroine, with to Tare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound so high I bow. All I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, Savioress, heroine, with to Tare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound so high I bow. All I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, Savioress, heroine, with to Tare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound so high I bow. All I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, Savioress, heroine, with to Tare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound so high I bow. Then turn to page 49. So this is for the prayer of the benefits. I think we've got time. I wanted to tell you a little story about the prayer of the benefits, about Tara's babies. So in the prayer of the benefits, it mentions those who want a child will get one. So our Lama here said, so that doesn't mean necessarily literally. It means, of course, if you're ordained, if you're a monk or a nun, what your children are is your realizations. So if you want realizations, you'll get realizations. If you want a wealth of Dharma, you'll get a wealth of Dharma. If you want, wealth to support Dharma practice, it will come when it's needed. But also, we can take it literally, because as with everything in Tantra, there are many, many layers of meaning. So if you want a child, you will get one. And so there is this phenomena in Brisbane. So my friend Pearlie, who I mentioned, the singer at the gig, she's been working in Gold Coast Hospital. And so there's been various nurses and friends, that are there that she's been working with. And as she's got to know them, couple of these young women have really wanted to have a baby and they haven't been able to have a baby. So she said, look, just pray to Tara. And so one of the nurses went, okay, well, I'm not religious at all, but I like the idea of Tara and what she represents. So her and her husband got the 21 the phrases and went down to the beach on full moon and recited Tara's 21 phrases 21 times. And within a week, she was pregnant. And now this has happened not just once. This is like number 4 now, that this is the 4th person that's not even religious, that's just wanted a baby and been trying for ages, IVF and all sorts of things, and have got the Tara praises and have prayed to Tara and have got a baby. So you can take it literally as well. So when Rinpoche says to us, do Tara Puja for the success of your center, it is that simple. We just show up and we do Tara Puja together and we follow the Guru's instructions and all good things will come. The caveat is, of course, I prayed to Tara, please, Tara, I don't want any babies at all. And thank goodness it worked out that way. But anyway, I wanted the realizations. So let's do the prayer of the benefits down the bottom of page 49. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn, upon waking, and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, it will pacify all the sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you'll receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled and all obstacles pacified. Then offering the torma. So I have the representation of the torma on the altar is actually a bag of nuts in green. So it's the best that we could do under the circumstances. But so now blessing the torma so that it becomes this incredible transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Om Hem. Om Sobhava Shura Savadama Sobhava Shura Om. Everything becomes emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from A transcendental wisdom skull cup vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom. The gurus and the hosts of deities of the Venerable Aryatara partake of the torma by drawing it up through the light straw of their Vajra tongues. Om Aryatara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Aryatara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Aryatara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Aryatara Saparivara Agam Pajam Tuepe Alake Kyande Nyuede Shabda Pratitsa Suha. Om Aryatare Saparivara Om Ahom. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. So offering the torma is very important because it's a way to quickly generate realizations. In the beginning of the dedication prayers, Venerable Arya and your retinue, please bless me with the affection of your non-referential compassion, so I may be able to fulfill all my wishes without obstacles. Let the teachings and practice of the victorious ones in general, and the doctrine of Losang in particular, spread to the 10 directions. Let the Sangha who uphold the doctrine be harmonious, and may their enlightened activities increase. Please pacify conflicts, famine, and sickness in this country, increase the Dharma and good fortune, expand the power of Dharma rulers, and grant happiness to the central and border areas. Please protect us from temporary and ultimate fears, such as the 8 and 16 great fears, spirits, plagues, nightmares, and bad omens, as well as the sufferings of samsara, the unfortunate states, and so forth. May life, prosperity, and merits increase. May all negative thoughts be pacified. Please grant your blessings that realizations of the 3 principles of the path and 2 stages may quickly be completed. From now until the essence of enlightenment, I have no other refuge than you. Bless me and care for me as a mother does for her only child. The confession of the faults in the recitation, which is the 100-syllable mantra. So we just recite this once through, and we think that any mistakes that we've made physically, with our speech, with typos, or with our mind holding to inherent existence, all completely purified, and that all the blessings are stabilized. Om Pema Sattva Samaya Manopalaya Pema Sattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Baba Sudokayo Me Baba Sufokayo Me Baba Anorato Me Baba Savasiri Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Sriyam Kurohon Ha 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 Bhagavan Savatata Gata Pema Mame Muncha Pema Baba Mahasamaya Sapa Ahom Em. With all my actions performed here, with whatever I could not find or what I was not able to do, please be patient. Please also be patient with the rituals I performed incorrectly or with omissions. Then requesting the deity to remain. So wherever you are, then we request Arya Tara and her entourage to please remain. So we can think that all the surrounding Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and the 21 Taras dissolve into light, and this light absorbs into the central Tara. And the central Tara in turn grows brighter and brighter and dissolves into green light tinged with rainbow. And this swirls around the Gompa where you are and the room where you are, and then absorbs into all of the holy objects, all the statues, the stupas, the scriptures, the tankas, making them very powerful, blessing them. Just even thinking about them brings great bliss to your mind. For the benefit of migratory beings, please abide in this image, granting wealth, highest goodness, and long life, free from sickness. Om Supratishta Vajraya Swaha. And think spontaneous rainfall of flowers falls down all around you, made of light, the manifestation of all of our merits. The dedication prayer. Pema Dro Ma Dro Kyoemer Dro Wai Chi Kyan Ma Lupa De Yi Sala Koi Pa Shon. In English, through the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Arya Tara and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. Like a wish-fulfilling tree and a fortune-jeweled vase, you are the wish-fulfilling treasure, granting all desires and fulfilling all hopes. O conquerors, Mother Tara, and all conquerors with your children, take care of me and grant the auspicious signs of increasing virtue. Then we can gather up our practice and offer for the health and long life of our precious, precious gurus. I think how wonderful to be able to offer this puja together, but also everything involved in it, all of our aspirations, all of our good-heartedness, all of our seeking to create community, all of our living harmoniously together and supporting each other on our Dharma journey, our Dharma brothers and sisters. So we offer all of this to our precious gurus. So for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, this is the fairly new version, and we're supposed to sing it with gusto. So everyone except Maria, who's got to whisper it, but the rest of us, you've got to sing it with gusto. Jitem kandir pendel malupa gangle jowe sampel yijin no Kadri some tenzin yatsola so dev so tujelon drusho. Palmas are Rinpoche. Tu so chanjin jangong yalwe. Tenzin kyong we konzo do poise chu sum ko we le mon tu dru pa da so du je gon du shap ten sho. And for all of our precious holy gurus, everyone that we've taken teachings from, Jetsun lame kutser upten chin nam katrin le chochoy ke padan lo san tempe trome sason gi trowe musel tatoy ne gyochi. So that concludes our puja, everybody. A happy birthday, Lhasa Meditation Center. That's what I feel like saying.
Thank you, Miffi. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who joined us today. I'm so in awe of how many people choose to use their Saturday coming here for this puja. To the people here in the center, it's so marvelous. We're going to have a feast tonight of wonderful farewell to Jeff and Nina, who founded Laksam, and a welcome to a new director who's sitting next to me. And the supporting directors, he's in St. Gallen, close by. So that's marvelous. He's to join us later in the day. And I will contact you again, Miffi, about finding a new ideas, maybe. And thank you again, Miffi, for volunteering to join us for this puja.
Thank you so much.
It was a real thrill. I feel so very, very privileged and very, very lucky to be in on all of this. And I'm so very excited for your center. And I just can't wait to see how it goes and how you all go. And it is it's wonderful to have this connection across the great oceans, you know, with all of you.
Yeah. So thank you again, everybody, and
Thank you.
see you again soon, hopefully. And bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.